Hey guys, today I will be doing my fourth Q&A. I got some pretty good questions for this episode. As always, thanks to everybody who asked the question as well as everybody who supports the Q&A series. Also, starting from this Q&A, I'll be answering 6 or 7 questions each episode. So if your questions didn't make it in this Q&A, then most likely it'll be in the next one. If you have a question that you would like to see me answer, then leave it in the comment section down below. With that said, we'll start off this Q&A with a question asked by Talal Al-Sawir. He asked, do you think Kitana and Jade will be in MKX? I think there's a possibility of one of them coming back, but I don't see both of them coming back. Sean Hemrick already said in an interview that we will be seeing characters who died in Mortal Kombat 9 come back from Mortal Kombat X. If I had to pick, I'd say it's most likely Kitana who's going to come back because she is more important to the story than Jade. But let's not forget there is still something called DLC, meaning they can still put more characters in Mortal Kombat X even after the game releases. Like I said before, there's a possibility of Jade or Kitana coming back. Next question comes to us from Harry Lohan. He asked, do you think that crypts will be back and do you think you will be able to buy characters like in Deadly Alliance from the crypt? And keep up the good work, your videos are very interesting and entertaining. Thanks a lot man, I appreciate your support. But I already answered this in my previous Q&A. The crypt was in a lot of games, starting from Deadly Alliance and going to Deception, Armageddon and Mortal Kombat 9. Nobody really complains about the crypt, in fact a lot of people like it, but my problem with the crypt in Mortal Kombat 9 is that there wasn't any real good rewards. Compared to the crypt that was in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Mortal Kombat Deception, it's nothing. Now do I think we will be able to buy characters? I am not really sure about it. I did like the idea of buying characters in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, but I'm not entirely sure it will be back for Mortal Kombat X. I personally would love to see it return, but most likely it won't. Next question is from Sub-Zero. Yes, our next question is from Sub-Zero himself. He asked, do you think Kitana will come back and have kids with Sub-Zero? So he is basically wondering if Kitana will come back and have kids with him. Yes, Sub-Zero, I definitely think that Kitana could possibly return and have kids with you. But most likely she will pick Liu Kang over you. And you shouldn't feel bad, Subs. You are a good looking ninja, but Kitana loves Liu Kang, so if she does come back, and I think she will most likely come back, she will either have kids with Liu Kang or she won't have kids at all. And I personally think she won't have kids at all, because even if she does come back, she will be an undead like Scorpion, and we established that Scorpion can't have kids. But maybe they will do something different with the story, we still don't know. Like I said before, I don't think Kitana will have kids with you or with anybody other than Liu Kang. Next question is from a good friend of mine, Nick Famous. He asked, do you think Rain and Kenshi could fight in the MKX story? I'm not entirely sure why Rain and Kenshi would fight in the story mode, they don't have anything against each other. But it's still possible because Rain is with the bad guys and Kenshi is with the good guys. So if Rain does come back, then that might happen. From here we move on to a very interesting and good question that I had a lot of fun thinking about. The question comes from Demos Mars. He asked, do you think it's possible for Shang Tsung to have had a son or daughter before his soul was taken by Shao Kahn and give it to Sindel? After all, Shang Tsung does seem like the kind of guy who gets a lot of women. If you look at his ending for MK vs DC, he's got a woman holding onto his leg, which shows he had a woman in his life. Yes, I think it's very possible for Shang Tsung to have had a woman pregnant before his soul was taken and she kept it a secret from him. If that did happen, then most likely we will see a daughter of Shang Tsung, not a son, because we never really had any playable female sorceress in the Mortal Kombat universe. And as I mentioned before, NetherRealm Studios are trying their best to bring new and fresh things to the Mortal Kombat universe. So why not add a female sorceress? Just imagine how cool it would be to see a daughter of Shang Tsung. I really hope that would happen. And instead of shape-shifting abilities like her father, she could have a lot more cooler moves. Especially with the new variation system, they could make her a very powerful sorceress. And what this question also made me think about is if he did have a daughter, would she be evil or good? I personally think she will be with the good guys, because as I mentioned before, almost all the good guys died in Mortal Kombat 9. So either she will start off as a bad character and then turn good, or she will be a good character from the beginning. Next question is from Salvador Hernandez. He asked, what kind of new MK fighter do you think they reveal after they are done with revealing the old ones? It's really hard to know what kind of new character they will reveal, but I'm hoping for a new female character like the one I just talked about. A sorceress female would just be amazing, but it's very hard to predict a character you know nothing about, so I'm not really sure. People are hoping for a chrome based character, someone like the TX from Terminator 3, and that would also be cool. And our last question is from the beautiful Queen Rachel Combat, and she asked female characters that could return. How many females do you think that will be, since that Ed said that there will be a decent amount of them? Thanks as always. Wow, you use the word that a lot. Melina will be in for sure. I know you are very worried that she won't be in, but I guarantee you that she will be. She is the most popular female character in the Mortal Kombat universe, and she has a lot of fans. She is also from Outworld, meaning she doesn't age as fast as normal humans do, and she can live for thousands of years. So 25 years into the future won't change a lot about her. I also think Frost has a chance of coming back. As for number of female characters, I think we will most likely see about 7 female characters. That's only because I assume the character roster will be 24 characters. But they might do more because a lot of people seem to complain about the number of female characters in Mortal Kombat X. That's the end of this Q&A, but I still have one special segment for you guys. I'm going to be asking you either a weird or funny question at the end of every Q&A, and the people that come up with the most funny or creative answers will show up in my next Q&A at the end of the video. Last Q&A question was, can Scorpion still have kids? And Lockable07 had the best answer. So in other words, he is saying that Scorpion is way too hot for the ladies. Which brings me to the question of this Q&A. If Scorpion and Frost had sex, would Frost melt or would Scorpion's dick freeze? People who come up with funny or creative answers will show up in my next episode. So make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. Also, if you have a question that you would like to see me answer, then leave it in the comment section as well. And if you are enjoying these Q&As, then make sure to slap that like button. Also, if you are new to my channel, then click that subscribe button for more amazing videos. And as always guys, stay awesome.